Raider Nation, are you feeling it? That electric buzz? That surge of silver and black running through your veins? Because let me tell you, what's happening with our beloved Raiders right now. It's a roller coaster ride of emotions, a true test of our faith. We're talking about whispers that could silence the roar of our defensive line, a shadow looming over the heart of our defense that threatens to sideline a truly game-changing force for the entire 2025 season. Can you believe it? The stakes are higher than ever. But hold on, because just as that fear creeps in, a flicker of hope ignites. There are seismic shifts happening behind the scenes, whispers of a legendary figure, a 7-time champion, wielding incredible influence over the very direction of our offense, choosing the hands that will lead our attack. The mind-boggling decisions being made, the shocking trades, it's a chess match, and we're all watching, breathless, to see if the pieces are falling into place for a Super Bowl run or, well, let's not even think about the alternative. And just when you think you've caught your breath, there's another twist. A glimmer of light on the horizon for our explosive receiving corps. A potential big play addition that could unlock untold possibilities and stretch defenses thinner than ever before. The excitement, the anxiety, the burning desire to see our team dominate. It's all building to an unbearable crescendo. Will the gamble pay off? Will our fearless leader on defense defy the odds? Will the new era of leadership guide us to glory? You absolutely have to stick with us, Raider Nation. Hit that like button, comment your thoughts below, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, because what we're about to unveil will shake you to your core. Get ready, because the full story of our defensive linchpin, the shocking power plays in the quarterback room, and the explosive new weapon we might be adding, it's all about to drop. You won't want to miss this, I promise you. All right, Raider Nation, let's rip off the Band-Aid and face the brutal truth, because the heart of our defense is under siege. Remember that monstrous 4-year, $110 million contract we dished out? The one that promised to bring an unstoppable force to our defensive front? Well, the news hitting the wires is enough to make any true Raider fan's stomach churn. Our dominant defensive tackle, Christian Wilkins, the man we brought in to wreak havoc in opposing backfields, is reportedly facing the terrifying possibility of missing the entire 2025 NFL season. Can you feel that gut punch? Just 5 games last season after signing his massive deal, that Jones fracture in his foot sidelining him, and now, after shedding the boot and then having to put it back on due to a setback, there are dire reports from sources like Mitchell Renz of Chat Sports Raiders Report, corroborated by Tony Pauline of Sportskeeda, that another surgery might be necessary. Another surgery. And if that happens, Raider Nation, our $110 million investment, the bedrock of our D-line, could be gone for the year. Wilkins himself is reportedly reluctant, but our medical team is pushing for it. A desperate measure to save his career, and in turn, our defense. Imagine the defensive engine we were counting on, the guy who was supposed to anchor our revamped defense, potentially out before we even kick a ball. This isn't just an injury, it's a potential disaster that could reshape our entire season. Can we overcome a blow this devastating? You have to read on to see the incredible power dynamic that's shifting everything else. And just when you thought the news couldn't get any wilder, Raider Nation, prepare yourselves for a bombshell from the very top. Because while we're all sweating over the defensive line, a legend has been pulling strings, making decisions that will irrevocably shape our future under center. We're talking about Tom Brady, the GOAT himself, our minority owner, and his immense influence, particularly over our quarterback situation. It's been revealed, straight from Mike Silver of The Athletic, that when it came to bringing in a new signal caller, Brady's opinion carried monumental weight. We all saw the sweepstakes, the names being floated, and many thought a reunion with Sam Darnold and new head coach Pete Carroll, given their USC ties, was a real possibility. But no, Brady, the architect of so many championships, was reportedly not in favor of that approach. Can you believe the power? His word, his vision, actively steered us away from a $100 million deal for Darnold, who then went on to Seattle. And what was the ripple effect? We traded for Seahawks QB Geno Smith instead. This isn't just a coaching change. This is a complete philosophical shift, guided by the mind of the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. Was Brady right to pull the trigger on Smith and pass on Darnold's career resurgence? This is a high-stakes gamble, Raider Nation, one that will define our 2025 season. But even with a new QB, what about our receiving threats? The story doesn't end here. A new weapon is on the horizon. Raider Nation, the tension is palpable, the anticipation almost unbearable. But hold on tight because the final piece of this puzzle is about to fall into place. While we grapple with the potential loss of a defensive star and the seismic shifts in our quarterback room, there's a glimmer of explosive hope for our offense. We're talking about adding some serious downfield firepower to complement our existing $51 million receiving duo of Jacoby Myers and Brock Bowers. NFL rumors Ethan Woody is making it clear the Raiders should absolutely be targeting free agent wide receiver Gabe Davis. Released by the Jaguars, Davis is exactly the kind of deep threat our offense craves, a true field stretcher who can break open games. Imagine Smith, with his arm talent, connecting with Davis for those game-changing plays. After a less than stellar 2024, with 20 receptions for 239 yards and 2 touchdowns due to injury, Davis is ready for a change of scenery, and at 26 years old, he's poised for a resurgence. He'd slot in perfectly as a dangerous number 3 option, likely on a cheap 1-year deal, giving us the dynamic big play ability we desperately need. This is the strategic move that could unlock our entire offense, turning those long-awaited victories into a consistent reality. So Raider Nation, are you ready for this season? Can Christian Wilkins defy the odds and return to dominate? Or will our defensive line face an uphill battle? Will Tom Brady's visionary leadership with Pete Carroll and Geno Smith ignite an offensive revolution that leads us to the promised land? And will the potential signing of Gabe Davis be the final spark, turning our silver and black offense into an unstoppable force? The questions hang heavy in the air, but one thing is for sure. The 2025 season promises to be one for the history books. Like this news, share it with every single member of Raider Nation, and comment your predictions below. Can the silver and black rise from the ashes and seize their destiny? Are you with us?